So friends, today I am going to talk about supernatural machinery in The Rape of the Lock by Alexander Pope. The Rape of the Lock by Alexander Pope is a brilliant work of art. It is one of the best poems of Alexander Pope. Alexander Pope makes use of supernatural machinery in the poem on large scale. The poem is full of the account of supernaturalism or supernatural elements from the start to the end. In Canto 1, we find that Ariel, the guardian spirit of Belinda, appears in her dream. Ariel gives a dream in Belinda's sleep that a gentleman is to do some disaster to her that day. She warns Belinda of the impending disaster that is going to take place with Belinda. But Ariel does not point out the exact nature and size of incident that is going to take place. Alexander Pope has taken the name of Ariel from Shakespeare's The Tempest. It is a supernatural element. Then Belinda wakes up. Her dog, lapdog named Shock, licks her face and she forgets the warning of Ariel. However, Ariel helps Belinda prepare herself for the sea journey to Hampton Palace in a boat on River Thames. The nymph manages to bring all the decorative materials for Belinda, the fairest lady, the most beautiful lady, who is likened to Helen of Troy. Describing the face of Helen of Troy, Christopher Marlowe writes in Dr. Faustus, "Was this the face that launched 1,000 ships?" There is a similar beauty in Belinda. Now, Ariels take proper care of her decoration. Under her guidance, Belinda puts on all the dresses, cosmetics, hairpins, earrings, and so on to look brighter and more beautiful. Not only this, in Canto 2, we find that Ariel assigns duty to all other spirits to protect Belinda of the impending danger. In the second canto, we find that self takes care of selves look after air, gnomes see the earth, nymphs see the water, and salamanders fire. Pope mixes it with conception that soul never dies but continues to live on in a changed form of spirits. The Pope sylphs are the souls of beautiful women, are still having many of their former vanities and frivolities. Ariel, the leader of all the spirits, has warned Belinda of the impending danger. Fairies of all mortals, thou distinguished care of thousands of air. Again in the lines we find, know then unnumbered spirits around the fly, the light militia of the tower sky. Therefore Ariel assigns different duties or works to the spirits. When Belinda joins the fashionable band, one was given the charge of Belinda's fan, another was given the charge of her earrings, the third was given the duty to watch her watch, and the fourth was to take care of her dog, namely Shock. The important duty of guarding the petticoat of Belinda was given to 50 chosen sylphs. Ariel warned the pygmy band of spirits against negligence of their duties. Punishment was to be given to those failed to perform their duties according to their nature and size. In this way we find that the poem, the rap of the lock, is full of supernatural elements, supernatural machinery. In the end we find, in the third canto we find that when Byron wants to steal a lock of Belinda with the help of a seizure, and Ariel comes between the two blades, but it soon takes existence. Again in canto 4 we find that many nymphs and many supernatural spirits come to console Belinda. Clarissa is one of them. She delivers a moving speech at the end of the poem to console Belinda, but she does not pay attention to her. Then Alexander Pope says in the end of the poem that Belinda should not repent much, she should not weep for the loss of her hair. Her lock has already gone to the heaven and has taken the form of a star. Thus the poem embodies a number of supernatural beings in the poem. Thanks